so summer travel is closer than you think. Now is the time to start planning.
Right now, May 1st. It's going to be May.
Yes.
It is National Travel Advisor Day today, on this May 1st.
That's
and so
right.
we're bringing in a jet-setting gentleman to guide us.
To say the very least.
There he is.
Fashion savant.
Right.
Travel expert Carson Kressley has been gracing our television screens for more than 20 years. How's
What?
that possible?
How?
He's only 22.
He's only 21.
You've seen him on shows like Queer Eye, RuPaul's Drag Race. And as we make travel plans for the summer, Carson, he's going to help us zhuzh up our flights, our packing skills, and all the rest. I feel like without any
Can
further
he
ado-
pack for me
Well,
and pick out my
you
wardrobe
know what? You can
for
ask
St.
him.
Barth's?
You can ask him yourself.
Okay, fine. Ladies and gents, please welcome to New York Living, the one and only Carson Kressley.
Oh, there I am. Hello. Hello. Hello, gorgeous people.
Oh my God.
Hello.
That's an entrance.
Mwah.
Hi.
Hi, thank you for
Oh
having
my
me.
gosh.
This is so nice, and you had so many good pictures up there.
They were all Carson approved?
Yeah, because I didn't know you were using those, but sometimes you'll go on a show and they use like a terrible picture where your hair's awful. I'm just like, guys,
Crazy. Yeah.
why
Do you
hate
take
me?
a bad picture?
I do.
No.
I could send you some. There are many, many terrible ones. The one that's like on my like Wikipedia, like if you ever Google me,
Sure.
I don't know how you change that, but it looks like I combed my hair with a pork chop and I haven't slept for 15 days. And it's like the worst picture ever, and it will not go away.
Well, thank you for not combing
Google
your
it right now, America.
Thank you for not combing your hair with a pork chop this morning.
No, I
you
didn't.
You mentioned earlier you have a special attachment to this very building,
Yes.
which New Yorkers know as the infamous
Daily News
Yeah, the
building.
news
Yeah.
building.
Right.
Sir, what was going on?
In 1991, I graduated from college, and like May 6th, and on May 7th, I got a job in New York City, and it was at this location. I don't know if we're allowed to say the address. And it was in this building, so I have not been in this building since the 90s.
Stop it.
And I walked in, I was like, over there used to be an Up on Penn.
No.
And over here was where Sam Goody was.
Oh my God, Sam
it.
Goody.
And I met Clint Black, the country singer, in the basement for like a private concert that nobody came to because it was New York City and nobody was interested in that, I guess.
Look at
And
you.
I worked here for many, many years, 7 years, I think, in this very building.
Are you allowed to say what you did?
Yes, I worked for a nonprofit called the American Horse Shows Association, and it was like the NFL of like equestrian sports.
And suddenly we're going to return
Look at this
to
full
that
circle
Is it
thought.
a full circle
We're going to
moment?
return to
In
that
more ways
thought
than one.
in just a little bit.
Well, because you are here in New York today, back
Yes.
pretty much in your old stomping grounds
Yeah,
of
literally.
work and play. You currently live on a farm in Pennsylvania, though, having to do with that love of the equine.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I still live in New York most
Yeah,
of
you're
the
here.
time.
Yeah.
And I go to my farm in PA when I can, but yeah, this is my old neighborhood, so it's been fun to be back.
Oh my God.
Now, what's happening in PA?
Everything.
In PA, that's like my little design
Your
lab
oasis.
where I experiment with interior design. I'm working on some projects in that world, and my horses are out there.
We were going to
babies.
save that for later, but since you
Yes,
brought it up,
yes.
you started off here in the early 90s
in the early 90s.
with an equestrian
Yeah.
nonprofit.
Yeah.
And now you're a bit of a horse lover yourself.
I always have been, and that was kind of why I took that job, but I wasn't able to really do it at a very high level until the last couple of years.
Sure.
Yeah.
How many horses do you have?
I think I have 7.
He thinks.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think. There might be 8 because one of them's having a baby.
Oh, mazel.
Thank
Mazel
you.
to him or her. To her.
Thank
What's wrong with
you.
me?
Let's get through to the business.
The
of
travel.
business.
Sure.
You've traveled a lot.
I have traveled so much for work.
Yes.
And even before I was doing television and Queer Eye for the Straight Guy and Drag Race, I worked for Ralph Lauren for a long time and would travel to all these great locations to do photo shoots, beautiful beaches and mountain resorts, depending on the season. So I've always loved travel. It's always been a huge part of my life.
Yeah.
And traveling stylishly, affordably, easily, and keeping it fun is so important for me, and today is National Travel Advisors
That's
Day.
right. Look at this.
And they help you do that.
And here he is.
I'm here to kind of spread that gospel.
Please, we're at the pulpit. We're
Yeah.
front pew at your pulpit.
Thank
You
you.
have to make moves today.
The first piece of advice you
Yeah.
say is to book early.
Yeah, I think, there's like 5 easy travel tips
Yeah.
to keep in mind as we enter this heavy travel season. If you book early, places like the theme parks, the all-inclusives, etc., they want to fill their book up early in the year and know that they're going to have business throughout the year. So you're going to get a better deal. If you book earlier, they're like, oh, if you want to come in October, we'd like to fill October. We still have vacancies.
There you go.
So that makes sense that they want to get that business locked in now.
Okay. Tip number 2 has to do with travel insurance.
Insurance,
Tell us.
I'm
yeah.
on the fence
I
about
know.
You
that.
see, I
Do we or
always
don't
was
we?
too.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I would book an airline ticket, I was like, oh, do I want the insurance? Is it worth it? Yeah, it actually is. If it's like $12 or $15 or $20, it can be totally worth it because your flight might be canceled.
And
And they're going
then
to take you out the next day on another flight on the same airline. In some cases, for example, if you had travel insurance, they would book you on another airline immediately. That same day. So you're not missing a day of your travel. So if you think about it that way, if
Then-
you're saving a day of your precious time and your
Get
trip,
the
More than
travel
its weight in
insurance.
gold.
it's worth
How do we
it.
do all of this being fashionistas and without checking a bag?
Right. I always tell people not to check a bag, and
Yeah.
I know
I
it's
need help
challenging.
on that front.
We're gonna get through this. Yeah.
And I take, the regular like carry-on, and I also have like my little carry-on that can go under the seat. So I keep all of, you could put your bag and all of your makeup and things that, you need handy under the seat. And then in my carry-on, I can basically, especially in the summer, a swimsuit, some workout clothes, a jacket, or if you want to pack an easy packable dress, you can really get
All that stuff in.
4 or 5 days worth of clothing
You just gotta know
in
how to
one
fold
of those
it.
bags.
You gotta know how to
Yes.
fold it. It's
And-
all in a fold.
yeah.
And you have to choose things that multitask.
That's right.
Things
A
that
beach cover-up that you can also wear to dinner.
exactly.
Look at you.
Zhuzh up the thing.
Exactly.
Another tip, book with a wholesaler.
Yeah, a wholesaler is just like a travel company that
Okay.
provides all of the parts of your trip. So if they're going to book your air, your hotel, maybe your excursions or your theme parks, they're going to get a better deal because they're buying lots of those components.
Okay.
They're bundling it for you, and you're saving money in the long run.
You're gonna save some cash. What about a travel advisor?
Well, the travel advisors are the most important part because we used to call them travel agents
Yes.
back in the day. And they're really so much more than just the person that's connecting you to your airline or your hotel. They really know these locations. They know where the deals are. They know what time of year to go, what time to not go. So you're really getting a wealth of information from them.
They're doing the business and
They're-
you don't have to.
Exactly.
They're doing all the
and
research.
They're the real pros.
Right.
And I always say you wouldn't take out your own spleen, so why would you
Well, when you put
plan
it
your
that
own
way,
vacation?
Thank you.
wouldn't
And
do that.
also, I don't have the
Professional.
time. I want to have a nice vacation. I don't
right.
have the time. Let me leave it to somebody who it's their full-time job.
That's right.
Exactly.
Can we play a little game with you? It's travel themed.
I wish you would.
It's a would you rather.
Okay.
And you don't have to drink either.
Okay, perfect. I have my water, so.
It's perfect.
That's fine. Okay. Would you rather travel to the beach or travel to the mountains?
Oh, I'm a beach person.
Here, here.
All
Me
day.
too.
Relaxing vacation or activity filled?
Oh, I like a little bit of balance. I can do like a day on the beach, then at night I want to go to like a nice restaurant or like a club, or depending on what type of city I'm in, I do like to go shopping.
I find that shocking.
I know, isn't that?
I never
Breaking news.
would have thought.
I know.
Beautiful.
We're
Okay.
interrupting this for breaking news.
No one could have guessed. Travel domestically or internationally?
Okay, that's kind of a toss-up as well because there's so many fantastic places in the United States. I mean, you could spend your whole life
That's
seeing
true.
all the great places, but sometimes it is fun to go to, Mexico or Europe, or I just
yeah.
went to Australia
Look at you.
last year, and it was incredible.
Divine.
So I kind of do mostly domestic, and then I sprinkle in a treat of a foreign trip.
I'm going to take a
sprinkle
page from
of
his book.
international.
Last
Yes.
one. Would you rather the airport lose your luggage or show up to your hotel and they have no record of your reservation?
I would definitely never want to lose my luggage because I could always go to a different hotel.
There you go.
Or I feel like you could sweet talk them into
Always.
finding a room for you. But if you don't have your bag, that
What are
can
you
be
going to
really
put in that
bad.
pretty
doing?
room you have?
Right.
Sitting
Exactly.
in the same outfit.
Unbelievable.
The horror. Carson Kressley, thank you so much for joining us this
Thank
morning.
you. It's great to be back.
I know, and sharing that tidbit about the world famous news building.
I know, right here in New York City.
Looking so fabulous.
And you can find all that information, all those travel tips at traveladvisorsgetyouThere.com.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Thank
And
you
those
so
are
much.
those are gold, those tips.
Thank you.
We need a vacation.
I know.